Spike's Family episode 9 is absolutely...
Shut up and sit down.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Reviews and heavy spoilers for Spike's Family episode 9. You've been warned. Let's just go straight into what I loved about this episode. Just the whole comedic moment in the first act of the episode with Yuri trying to force his sister and her husband to kiss, resulting in this really awkward moment with Yuri flashback into when he was a kid, of him wanting to marry her, and just this whole sequence of events of Yuri just freaking out over Twilight trying to make a smooch on her, and just her freaking out over the fact that she's never done something like this before. This dude in this episode is a lot more aggressive and violent than he was in the previous episodes. I feel like that probably stems from the fact that he and his sister were abandoned by their parents at such a young age from that flashback in the previous few episodes ago. So he seems to have this sort of strong attachment to Yor. The whole Twilight and Yuri tension is starting to really escalate, particularly with one of Yuri's co-workers saying that they need to capture some spies from the West, particularly Twilight, and I'm just wondering, when is this dude going to find out that his brother-in-law is this mysterious Twilight that they've been hunting? Meanwhile, in the episode, we have Yor feeling really bad and just down about not being a good wife and mother to Twilight and Anya. It's nice to see her three co-workers getting along a lot more than they used to in the previous episodes, particularly the blonde lady. Twilight is still really suspicious over the fact that his wife may or may not know about the identity of her brother being part of that secret police service. So he pretty much spies on her throughout the day just to see if she's gonna open up about the truth. But in fact, we get her pretty much saying really nice things to her husband and her brother, and pretty much defending herself against these two cop dudes who turn out to be Twilight and his buddy partner. This whole interaction completely reassures Twilight and also makes him feel kind of bad for suspecting anything of the worst from her. And then you have his friend pretty much warning him not to grow any attachment towards her as it could potentially jeopardize his life. Of course, Twilight knows all this, but it's starting to show us that the acts of him being this perfect father and the mission is starting to fall apart, but in a more positive way, as he's starting to really have a better, stronger connection with his family in a way. I love the speech towards the end of the episode of how many families around the world put on an act of displaying what it means to be the perfect family, husband and wife, but over time that could be incredibly tiring and you may lose yourself in the process. So I love how he pretty much encourages Yuri to be more of herself, despite how ironic that entire speech was. And then it ends with him crushing the audio bug chip that he implanted on her, showing us how he started to gain a better trust and mutual bond with Yuri. And speaking of her, damn, the way she slapped her brother across the room. I knew she was strong, but this girl is kind of freaky, to be honest with you. Just makes you wonder, what type of training did she go through to get that strong? I know it was done for comedic purposes, but damn. So overall, a pretty chilled episode. We're definitely getting some foreshadowing over the fact that Yuri's brother and Twilight may end up confronting one another maybe towards the end of the series, with her brother's workmate telling him that they need to find Twilight. So I'm going to give this episode a 7 out of 10 and a B+. Go check it out if you haven't seen it, but tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of this episode of Spike's Family. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you want me to review episodes 1 to 8 of this series? Tell me. Like this video, subscribe for more anime, manga reactions, reviews, comparisons, breakdowns, rankings and more. But thank you for watching, and as always, Boarded Review signing out.